Detroit, drama devils that they so often can be, the Tigers turned what could have been a no-sweat triumph into a suspense thriller Saturday at Comerica Park before they beat the Mariners 4-3 in the first game of a doubleheader. Jose Iglesias' two-run homer in the sixth, and two RBI singles from rookie catcher Grayson Greiner, melded with 6+ innings of sturdy work by starter Matthew Boyd to give the Tigers a victory on a day they outhit Seattle 12-4, and might easily have won by a bunch. Box 4, Tigers 4 Mariners 3, Game 1 they got a likely game-saving catch, although it didn't appear to be a catch, from Jacoby Jones in the ninth when, with 1 out and 1 on, he made a diving, sliding stab of Ryan Healy's short, sinking liner. More, Tigers lose Castellanos, Gardenhire in Game 2. While it appeared they had a case, the Mariners decided against asking for a replay, which might or might not have been the case had their regular manager, Scott Survey, not been at his daughter's graduation, replaced by acting skipper Manny Acta. We had a bit of miscommunication over the phone, but we're not going to blame the game on that one, Acta said afterward. It needed to be challenged after the fact when I saw it. We had a miscommunication over the phone about it and I'm not going to point fingers. We lose as a team. Shouldn't happen, but it did. More, Tigers make 2 moves before doubleheader. Jones's acrobatics and reprieve were doubly appreciated by the Tigers and by closer Shane Green when Mike Zunino followed with a bloop single to center to put runners at the corners. Green next walked Ben Gommel, batting .191, on an 8-pitch at-bat that delivered dangerous D. Gordon, batting .333, to the plate with the bases loaded. On an 0-2 pitch, Gordon wrapped a grounder to John Hicks at first for an unassisted game-ender. Jones also had a single and a double as he policed center field with Leonys Martin on the disabled list. The jumps on the ball are incredible, said Tigers manager Ron Gardenhire, talking about Jones' sprinting, sliding catch in the ninth. He might do some wacko things once in a while, but we love it. It wasn't necessarily wacko, but one Jones' pratfall came in the second after he had drilled a leadoff single to center against Mariners starter Marco Gonzalez. Jones, who has lots of latitude on the base paths, decided a steal would be helpful against the left-handed Gonzalez. There was one problem: Gonzalez moved to first, which caught Jones tipping toward second. He was thrown out on a relay from Healy, playing first, to second baseman Robinson Cano. Jones' disappearance stung even more when Iglesias and Dixon Machado followed with singles, minus any Tigers runs. Along with Jones' cut down, the Tigers grounded into 3 double plays, none more painful than in the first when Gonzalez was touched for a single sandwich to round a pair of 1-out walks. Hicks stepped to the plate and promptly banged a first-pitch breaking ball to Cano, who stepped on second and fired to first for the first of the day's inning killers. We misfired, Gardenhire said. We've had that trouble, not getting him in. You've got to be patient, he said, speaking of Hicks' early swing, and get a pitch you can drive, with Miguel Cabrera on the disabled list, and Victor Martinez resting ahead of the night's second game. The Tigers were fighting all day for a big hitter big inning that only Iglesias could deliver when, on a 3-2 count, he lined a Marco Gonzalez fastball into the left field seats in the Tigers' 3-run sixth. Jones had spurred the rally, with 2 outs, when he lined a double off the knee of Mariners third baseman Kyle Seager. Greiner followed with a hard ground single to right, scoring Jones. Iglesias then decided the Tigers' teasing had gone on long enough as he hammered Gonzalez's pitch on a line well beyond the bullpen and left. Boyd began beautifully, throwing only 35 pitches through a hitless first 3 innings. He lost command as the game moved on, and he nearly lost the Tigers' lead. He was mad at himself, said Gardenhire, who had to switch pitchers with 2 on and none out in the 7th. He's very intense, and he knows how to pitch. Boyd's lasted 94 pitches, 56 of which were strikes. It's his work, early with a slider against the Mariners' right-handed bashers, that worked artfully in the early innings. Yeah, no excuse for that, said Boyd, who struck out 6 and walked 3. Just need to be a little sharper and make a few more pitches. Boyd is now 2-3 on the year, with a 3.21 ERA. The Mariners scored a run against him in the 5th on a leadoff walk, a one-out single, and Gordon's sacrifice fly. They got 2 more in the 7th after Boyd hit Seager, the leadoff batter, then was ripped for a double by Healy to put runners at 2nd and 3rd. He departed and on came Buck Farmer, who got back-to-back groundouts to Hicks, each of which brought home a Mariners run to cut the Tigers' lead to 4-3. Joe Jimenez tossed a scoreless 8th, 1 strikeout, no hits, ahead of Green's tense closeout in the 9th. The Tigers and Mariners were rained out Friday, forcing Saturday's double feature. Michael Fulmer was to pitch in the late game against Felix Hernandez. Lynn Henning at DetroitNews.com, Twitter.com/Lynn Henning.